King. So it was me, Hattie, and Gillis.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how that came about through Gil.
Alright, so now heating up. Talk about Reed Southwest Representative. That's like one of the like most classical. Like that shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Every dollar cap and what's happening? Young Dollar the general, the fuck I'm trying to get in the deal. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, this nigga Joey J had, man, talking all greasy, man. The whole Southwest behind me, fuck out of here, niggas.
We clapping.
I'm gonna go get these niggas. Yeah. Young Reed, Southwest representative, Philly, I'm stepping up to the center with that all black Beretta, bruh. Made me put some lead in ya, and I got my blade too, the one that was on Predator. I be with whatever, bruh, grinding, etc. Niggas getting robbed too, I got to get my cheddar up. Here's Reed, I'm in the game, and I'm about to fuck it up. You fucking that, you fuck with us, you fuck with us, fuck is up. Wait.
It just, I don't, man, it was like a blur for me, bro. It's like so much shit was going on at that time, man. We was beefing with so many. I had so much ammo for so many different rappers. It was just like, it was a blur, bro. It really is a blur. To this fucking day, when I sit back and look at some of them videos and be like, God damn, like, it was a blur for me, man. But I just remember that Touch It beat being so fire when that shit came out. That shit just had that bop to it, like.
Facts.
And we was like, damn, and that's one thing about us that made us unique too, like the beat selection. Like, you know, we always had the bars, the hard bars, but we had that
bounce,
that pop, like a nigga, you know what I mean? Fuck a beat up. So yeah, man, that was classic time, man.
Facts.
Definitely in stone.
Now, talk about like how you first met Eddie Morris, because like Eddie Morris was one of my personal favorites during that headshot era and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like he kind of like just like he kind of faded off and started like I don't want to say disappeared, but I feel like he just stopped fucking with the rap shit.
Right.
So how you first meet Eddie?
Eddie was from Southwest, so you know me just being around Southwest. He was a little bit older than me and shit, so and he was selling weed at the time. I used to come down there on 62nd Street, fuck with him, buy some weed or whatever, and he used to see me in the ciphers, and he just pulled me to the side one day like, yeah, you know, I spit, and we just grew a relationship. You know what I'm saying? He was like a big bro type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's my guy. So that's just neighborhood shit. Like we come from like day one shit for real.
Fact. Now I seen you and Meek did y'all pretty much cipher together, but did y'all ever battle each other?
No, we never battled.
Okay, I feel you.
We never battled. It was more like you said, it was a cipher. We never battled. I don't know. It never happened. Just never happened.
Fact. Now, talk about one of the first battles that, like, kind of, I don't want to say one of the first battles that stamped you, but I believe it was the battle with you and Rex.
It was the first battle that stamped me?
Yeah.
I would say that was Harrisburg.
Okay, talk about that a little bit.
Best of the ammo, K over the shoulder, two brothers on Rambo. Yeah, that was Philly versus Harrisburg. That was a Big Star. That was the Big Star era. Big Star used to take us out of town, take us to different cities, and he would get like 10 hot Philly rappers, and he would call up somebody like, yo, we coming up to the city, get 10 of your hot rappers, and you know, we would just face off. That shit was epic. Nobody was doing that at the time. Nobody was doing that, you know what I'm saying? So it hit so hard because it was new.
Facts, though.
It was raw. It was actually, that's what the name was, Too Raw for the Streets.
For real.
It was raw and uncut. It was like pit bulls off the leash, like dog fighting.
Fact. You remember the first time you met Big Star? Because, like, shout out to Big Star, because, like, that shit, that foundation started and transpired so much. Like, because of Big Star, I feel like Say Cheese and Smack DVD and those other things.
Say Cheese, actually, I actually got a clip on my page where Say Cheese saying that he built his brand off of me.
So I'm like, oh, everybody trying to be a promoter, everybody trying to do this. So the competition, it got too heavy, and it wasn't no like media outlets really in Dallas hitting the streets, going to the hood and the gutters. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna take that Philly blueprint, the DVD going, you know, spitting freestyles and stuff like that to the South, Houston, Dallas, you know, OKC, Baton Rouge. So yeah.
Okay. And how'd you come up with SaycheeseTv?
Well, the name?
Yeah.
Well, Reed Dollaz was one of my favorite rappers back then. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I know that is.
Yeah, he had a mixtape called Say Cheese. And then Say Cheese, I didn't want the name to be super hood. You know what I mean? I didn't want to scare off the endorsement deals and the sponsorships. So, you know, Say Cheese, get money. I don't know. I was on the highway and I was listening to his mixtape and I just named it that. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts though.
Yeah,
I think because you had a mixtape name.
Say Cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have the clip of him on my page. He was on Vlad TV and he was just like, I got my company name from Reed Dollaz, Say Cheese. And I was listening to his mixtape and I just thought to name my company that. Like, I need a check for that.
That's what I said. Like, did he ever reach out or give you an interview and stuff like that?
He don't even support. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do all that camera talk shit, but we'll see each other. We'll handle some business.
Facts.
Yeah, he definitely don't support my music and none of that.
Fact. All right. So moving on. You was like one of the first guys in the city to actually like I remember you had a van with your face on it around the city, and you actually was signed. So talk about that a little bit, like being one of the first guys from the city to sign a record deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was dope, man. It was dope. I think it was a good experience for me to be so young and experience that. It gave me a lot of knowledge. It was a dope experience, man. I was about 19 years old. I met with these Italian guys from South Philly. Good people. Anthony Renzulli, the Rizzulis, good people. They believed in me, man. They wanted to do a project, but they just didn't have the knowledge of the industry. You get what I'm saying? Like, they had the funds, but they didn't have the knowledge of the industry. So a lot of money spent in a lot of wrong places and a lot of losses and stuff like that, you know, just from not knowing the game and them really not knowing what to do with me.
Right.
We kind of shook hands at the end and, you know, let bygones be bygones, man, because contract ran out and you know, I was back to the streets.
Facts, though. Now, talk about Toast to This, because like I said, you was the first for a lot, man. I remember waking up, going on demand, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
Toast to This was a record. I didn't really like the record per se. It was, you know how you got more like an album filler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like the record, you play it. If not, you can go ahead and skip that joint. You know what I mean? It was more for like a record for like on the international note. Like, look, you know, it's Friday, you feel good.
They was more so pushing the commercial, like
pushing the commercial. We had so much gangster shit for what the streets knew me for. We had so much shit. I had shit with Nori, Scott Storch.
Damn.
We was doing so much shit, and they put out the wrong record. So, you know, but it is what it is. It's in history.
Facts.
Was like one of the first cats from Philly on that on-demand shit. So salute to that, man. But it was definitely not the record of choice.
Facts. Now, it was a point where, you know, you and Rain Man actually start having words and things like that. And that kind of threw us off, because he was like, damn, like, y'all was like, you know, Rain Man touched money, and y'all kind of, if you thought about Rig, you know, Rain Man kind of came into play and things like that. So how was that during the time when y'all like wasn't seeing eye to eye?
Well, it was cool. It was all, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my brother. I knew it wasn't gonna get out of hand. I knew it wasn't gonna get past no physical or none of that. It was just more on a competition level. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of bullshit back in the day, to where as though a lot of people would say that OG had a lot of favoritism towards me, as far as like putting out my projects more and stuff like that. So it was just a lot of childish energy. We brothers, man. That's my guy. We actually still talk. He doing real good right now. You know what I'm saying? And I salute that. We both still out here working. It is what it is, man. Brothers go through shit, you know?
Facts.
You know?
Facts. Now, bringing it up to date, you recently jumped back on the scene as far as the Smack DVD and the battle things. First, what made you want to come back to the battle scene?
Just the culture, the love of it, man. It's the adrenaline, just to be in that ring, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a feeling that is indescribable, man. When people chanting your name and you shake a building, it's a beautiful thing. So I definitely wanted to get back to that. And my first time out the gate, John didn't really go so well. Every boss take a loss. So, you know, I'll take that one. And after that,
it was K-Shine, right?
Going like popcorn, baby.
So talk about the K-Shine battle, because I think that was the battle that was in Philly. You know, Smack brought everything to Philly. And I feel like the growth from between the first time you step back and then from the K-Shine battle, I feel like you could really see the growth in you. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. Just, you know, getting bit, like back to like the dog fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if a dog get bit, he either gonna put his tail on his ass or it's gonna make him a savage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not one for, you know, taking losses. So at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, I don't walk with my head in shame. I just bounce back.
Right.
You feel me? And after that, I got chest out of here, Rex, walking them down.
Facts. Because I feel like you kind of like are, because, you know, like Philly battle is different a little from how they do it. You know, we more so, how can I kill you the illest way? They more so kind of bid and joke and...
It's different. It's the battle scene is way different. It's definitely not what I come from. So I guess I had to adapt to their new way. So I guess that's what it was. So, you know, my first time out the gate, you know, like I said, I got bit. I didn't put my tail in my ass, and it turned me into a savage.
Fact.
And I was out for blood after that.
Now, random. Talk about as far as like the classic line, it's in the car. You know, that shit was everywhere, you feel me?
Wall paint, the vest was the ammo, the KO over the shoulder, shit, I thought you was Rambo.
It's in the car. It's in the car. It's in the car.
That's it. Niggas tried to play me. But John was talking some shit, talking all this gun shit, and it just really made me mad, like, bro, like, cause we really was strapped there, like, you know Philly.
Right, you know, you already know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it like it's cool or trying to put it on a pedestal, but like, it just made me so mad. Cause I was like, niggas in the fucking car.
like you know.
That shit just went viral, like. But when they tried to do that, I made a record. I actually made a dope ass song and a video to that shit too. You know, when they throw stones at you, you build a castle, baby.
Facts.
Yeah.
So talk about your battle with Surf, cause you kind of shocked everybody on that one.
Yeah. Element of surprise is a real thing. Element of surprise is a real thing. I never been the one to be all loudmouth. You know what I'm saying? I just go at shit. So at the end of the day, I knew he was gonna kill himself and put himself in the hole by talking all that shit. He put his expectations super high. You know what I'm saying? Super duper high. So even if I got one round on you, you fucked up. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I knew he was gonna have to put his foot in his mouth. So it is what it is. Got him out of there 2-1. I give him that round because I fucked up. I forgot a little bit of the verse, but I got it back. That's the only reason why I give it 2-1.
Now, let's talk about Meek, because like I said, y'all was like, you and Meek was like, yo, you can't say Reed without saying Meek, and you can't say Meek without saying Reed at a time. So talk about as far as from there till now. And
but that, yeah, I mean, shout out to Meek, but that wasn't true because I was popping before Meek. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was popping before Meek. Meek wasn't on too raw for the streets.
That's true.
Meek wasn't doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? My fan base was already super humongous. That's why Meek was coming for me.
That's true though.
I got an epic story. If the nigga see it, he probably gonna crack the fuck up. I remember sitting. That's when Next Hell was out. I remember getting a random chirp, bro. Chirp come through. That shit like, bloop. We talk. I'm like, who this? He like, it's Meek Mill. I'm like, what? He was like, I want battle. Meek was coming for me. Meek was, you know what I'm saying? He was coming for me because he knew I was the top dog. So at the end of the day, I was really popping before Meek. You know what I'm saying? Before Meek. He was probably popping in his neighborhood and shit like that, but I was like,
no, that don't.
Tri-state. I was out of here.
No, that's a fact though. I can definitely agree to that. You kind of had more of a bigger buzz before Meek.
Yeah.
So as far as transpired, what's some of the things that you think kind of separated Meek between, as far as, because during that time it was so many niggas in the city that was hot, and to be hot you had to really be hot. You couldn't just be popular and shit like that. So what was some of the things that you think kind of made him take those next steps?
I think as far as like when we was still on battling, he started making records. That's exactly what happened. Like, we was still on battle mode, still on Philly mode.
Right.
He started working on his flamers and his mixtapes and stuff like that, working on music. He wasn't in music mode yet. He was still in Pitbull mode, you know what I'm saying? So that's where he took off and kind of won that, you know?
Facts though. Now
on that level.
Now, does it bother you at all when, like, especially when you're in a battle and guys kind of always try to throw that in there, like, as far as the Meek shit and Meek made it and you, because I don't really look at making it as in.
I actually said that in one of my latest battles. I said, everybody be like, Meek Mill this, Meek Mill that. They think it affect Reed, but I doubt it, because I'd rather be part of a nigga history than reading about it. At the end of the day, that shit don't bother me, bro.
That's a fact though.
Real ones know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can walk through my city, anywhere, any part, head high. There's always love and respect. You know what I'm saying? Never did no sucker shit.
Fact though.
I'm cool, man.
No, that's a fact, because I feel like my definition of making it is being able to do what you love and get paid for it. It don't, like, you feel me? That's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody.
You can eat from what you're doing something right. So at the end of the day, it don't matter if Meek is salute. He's on millionaire status type shit, but I'm still eating. I'm still able to go feed my family.
Facts.
I'm still getting booked for features. I'm still getting booked for battles, and my battle prices is not cheap.
Facts.
So yeah, we doing good. I'm doing different shit. I write shit for Irv Gotti, TV show Tells. Do a lot of different shit, man.
So talk about, as far as today's current, the current scene in Philly as far as the music, and what's your perspectives of it?
I think it's dope. I like the youngster, Sim Santana.
Yeah.
I like the young man. That shit be popping. That shit be cool. I'm fucking with it, bro. I'm supporting it 100%. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to get back out here and start working with more artists. You know what I'm saying? The newer generation. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
It's a fact, man. So before we get out of here, cause like I said, I know it just from being behind the scenes and always seeing you work and to hear your name. But talk about some of the things that you did, some of the people that you met, some of the places you've been that other people might not be too familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, for those that don't know, man, Eminem Rap God video. I got a lot of shit on my page, man. Follow me. I actually got locked out of my verified account at Real Reed Dollaz at 70,000. But I made a new page. It's Reed Dollaz Official. I got some things posted where you can see like people like ASAP Rocky sitting down on real interviews at the Breakfast Club. ASAP Ferg, saying who they grew up on and who they listened to. Legends like Mace sat next to Biggie Smalls. Shout out to Reed Dollaz and 50 Cent and Eminem. Just the list goes on, man. J.R. Ryder, just a lot of different people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Been out here a long time, man. So salute to everybody that pay that homage and still out here working.
Facts, man.
Sure, I'm still out here working. 2020, nigga.
For sure. I definitely appreciate you, man. Anything else you want to let the people know?
Philly Films, man. You already know, man. Just be on the lookout for got a lot of new visuals on the way, some new music on the way, and we're going to take this shit to the grave with us, baby. Big gentleman.
Okay.
I know it's cheesy, but I don't know.
You know the thing about names that I've realized over the years is that it's not really the name that's important, it's what's behind the name.